So you've just spent all the time setting up your new business, but when you go to click on that open sign and the customers just don't come, what do? I want to share 10 ideas of how you can get more people in the door to your photography business and help you get started making more money. What's up, guys? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sam Marvin, and I have been in the photography industry for 25 plus years. While I love being a creative, business is my passion, and elevating the industry of photography is my focus. I created the 7-Figure Photographer to share my journey to 7 figures and to help others find their way too. I think that one of the biggest issues we forget as photographers is that without people coming through the doors, we're nothing. Honestly, I spent probably more years trying to build my business than I ever did in the last 7 years actually trying to run my business, because I spent all the time behind the keyboard, all the time trying to build this website, all the time trying to learn these techniques and learn how to be this incredible photographer. But at the end of the day, there was nobody knocking on my door. There was nobody calling on the phone. There was no leads coming into my email box. I realized finally that I had to go out and hustle and find people to hire me to do the work. It comes down to finding, cultivating, nourishing, and following up with leads. You guys have heard me talk about on multiple occasions the concept of having a CRM or some sort of system. And honestly, if you don't have a CRM, get one. But you have to be able to keep track of the people you're working with. You have to be able to follow up with them. And you have to be able to ask for the sale or close the deal or book them as one of your customers. Most of you guys are in a position where you've had some clients. It's always been said that it's easier to make or to keep a client than it is to make a new one. And so my tip number one is newsletter or email marketing. Now, this is something I've struggled with forever. I understand the concept of just keeping in touch with the client. Now, I've done this in a lot of other ways, but a newsletter or email marketing is just a way to give your clients a, hi, I'm here. Don't forget about me, or I haven't forgotten about you. I heard a story about a pizza joint that somebody had gone to and thought it was amazing, but talked to the owner, and the owner said, we're doing okay. We're barely holding up. The person suggested that they send out an email every single day at about 4 o'clock to their email list, which their email list had a couple thousand people on it. But send out an email and say, hey, have you considered pizza today? They created a phone number specifically for that email list, and they paid attention to how many people called. And whoever called to order pizza on this particular line, they recognized as that was one of the ways to measure how this works. So every day at 4 o'clock, this pizza place owner would send out this email, and they would generate additional people in the doors because people were thinking, oh, never thought about pizza for tonight. But he was taking advantage of the customers he already had, and he increased his business by 40% and realized that 60% of his whole business was actually coming in through this form of email marketing. It's powerful. People that do care about your business, do care about you, will be there. They'll read the email, and sometimes they don't even read it. They just see a headline. I've noticed that about myself. I oftentimes just get flooded with emails, and I realize that sometimes I see that headline or that subject, and that's when I click into the email and realize that was something that I needed. Send out an email to your clients, keep in touch with them, and just give them an option to know that you're there instead of them getting to a point where they need a photo and they have to think, what was that photographer's name? I can't remember who they were. Now, number 2 is send an article or something that you know is important to your top clients. My very top client, my number one client who spends on average at least $15,000 a year with me. I know that she's up late every night. She's got nicer camera equipment than I do half the time. She loves photography. And so I oftentimes will find articles that I know she hasn't seen, and I'll text them to her in the middle of the night, and she loves it. I know without question that I could go to her about anything. I could ask her any question. I have an incredible relationship with this person. And I know that even though she has quality equipment and the ability to take her own family pictures if she really wanted to, I know that she's going to call me. And I love that about her. Now, the next one, go through your list of clients and look at what is your best client. Is it because of money? Is it because they were super easy to work with? I've had some customers that have spent a lot of money and they were a nightmare to work with. That's not what I consider my best customer. But pick out your best customers and take them to lunch. If you think about it on every single day, what can I do to generate revenue for my business? The cool thing about taking your best clients to lunch is you can sit down with them, have a nice meal, do something nice for them, let them know how much you value them. Ask them about the things that you could do better in your business, or what are some things that helped them with your services. It's also a great opportunity to ask that client if there's anybody that they know that would be of good service to you. It really is just a way to kind of fluff up your best clients and get them to give you more people like them, because we typically hang out with the people that we're most like. They already are your target client and typically the best one that you could work with. So they probably have friends that they would love to refer you to or introduce you to. And it's a great way to do it. The next one is find ways to serve. What I mean by this is determine what your target client is or your target market. With seniors, it's really weird because your target is kind of a twofold. With babies, obviously it's a different one because you don't have infants looking through Instagram or looking you up online. But you understand that most babies' parents typically frequent certain things. Figure out where those people hang out or where they go, and figure out a way to serve that community. Go in and don't be afraid to put on a shirt that says Samuel Marvin Photography or Portraits with Annie or Bart Sepik Photography so that people can see you. Because guess what? You being out in the community serving people is going to benefit you far more than you sitting here behind your computer making your logo look better. You got to get out in your community, serve your community, and give them an opportunity to see you in service. Now, the next one is kind of a challenging one, but you could host a seminar or a party. Something that I've been thinking a lot about is like, what could I do to serve the parents of my seniors? What are some of the things that they have challenges with? And so you could technically have an ongoing webinar to generate leads or people that want to know more about what you do because they might be in that market or in that area ready for your services. Depending upon where your target market is, obviously most everybody's on social media. Maybe your target market hangs out in a very specific place that you can run an ad. Let's say, for instance, right now, a lot of kids love YouTube. I know that one of the top things 2 years ago was James Charles and makeup tutorials, but I knew that that was a great place to run an ad on anything James Charles for seniors because I knew that that was like their favorite thing to watch was James Charles. If you understand how to build a hook, offer a story, and make a good offer, you could run an ad and you can get people in the door. The goal is not necessarily to get people that just come in and buy, but it's the opportunity to get leads that you can then nurture and cultivate and turn into buying customers. The next part I'm going to move on to is really cheap and simple things if you don't have customers that you can work on just to get customers, to get people in the door. Most every photographer, when they decide I'm a photographer, I built a website, I bought business cards. Now, instead of those business cards sitting on your desk, I'm looking around because my business cards they're hiding in my desk somewhere. Take your business cards, and I want you to put 25 business cards in your purse or in your wallet. Focus, make a goal to give out 5 business cards a day. Ask people about themselves, get to know people, find out what they love, what they do, and how they could serve you. Ask them how they could serve you, what they offer that you could benefit from. And don't be afraid to say, hey, I'd love to hear more about what you do, or I'd love to check you out online. Do you have a business card? get a business card for them, because the natural reaction is people say, well, do you have a business card? Yes, I'd love to give you one, and I'd love to get to know you more because I have a great service that you could use in your life. If you can give out 5 business cards a day, that's 25 a week. In 52 weeks, a whole year, you've given out 1,300 business cards. What happens if 1 in 100 people, that means in a whole year, you've just from giving out business cards, a free thing, you've collected 13 new clients. And guess what? They all lead to additional clients because one person knows 100 other people. But let's say it's even better. And 1 out of every 50 people or 1 out of every 10 people. Those are incredible opportunities to serve other people and to get business in the door. It is a powerful option. I used to do this. That's literally how I started in business. I was like, people just have to know who I am. So give out 5 business cards a day, because if you have their information, you have their business card, their email address, send them an email. Say it was great to meet you today. The next one I want to talk about is a giveaway box. Now, the concept behind this is I'm going to go back to babies. Let's just say that you go into a cute little boutique that sells baby clothes, and you talk to them and you say, hey, would you be interested in allowing me to put up a very nice framed image on an easel with a box next to it and a giveaway? Win a free $1,500 baby session. People are going to sign up. They're going to put their information, their email on there. Yes, I'm interested. And every week you're going to go into that boutique and you're going to pull those cards out and you're going to get on the phone and you're going to call every single one of those people and say, hey, I just wanted to let you know, I appreciate you filling out the survey or filling out the box. You didn't win, but I'd love to offer you a discounted session, or I'd love to offer you an opportunity to come in and check out what we offer, a studio tour. Next is fundraisers. Let's just say I give away a portrait session with a $1,500 credit that includes a wall portrait, 5 8x10s, let's just say that. But it's very specific. When the client comes in and takes advantage of this, I can then sell them additional options, sell them an upgrade. I can make more money off of it. But I always require that I get the phone number and email for anybody that enters that giveaway. I want all that information so I can reach out to those people and offer them my services. There's businesses here in Boise, photographers here in Boise, that literally make 100% of their cash flow based on this process. So you can do it too. The last one, my 10 out of 10, is create a downloadable PDF. A lot of you put so much time and effort into building what to wear guides or location guides. Believe me, I did it. I swear I spent like 3 years trying to build what to wear guide. Not kidding you, it took me forever. I just couldn't get it right. I couldn't make it look the way I wanted to. I then finally had an opportunity to just buy a template. I bought a template and I was so excited that people were going to read this. The money was just going to start flowing in. Wrong. The thing you have to understand is people don't read that crap. They're not going to read it. Some of them will. But the concept is, here is something free for your email. It is a lead generator. That's all it is. You don't care. You could literally put the first page, just make sure to wear clothes. Most people aren't even going to get past the first page. They're going to read that if they even open it. They're excited about it. They might flip through it and then say, I'll read that later. But the goal is to get an email address or contact information so that you can market to those people, or so that you can reach out to them and cultivate them and turn them into a buying client. So a downloadable PDF is a great option. It's something you should always have on your website. Number one, first and foremost, a call to action, something that they can do right away. One thing that I need you to understand, and I'm going to do a whole nother video on this concept alone, is follow-up. People don't realize that just because somebody has given you their information and then ghosted you for months, it doesn't mean that they're not interested. It just means that they're not interested right now. But you can take all these same principles or concepts build them into your email marketing campaign. If you just met them on the street, gave them a business card, and then you never contacted them again in your life, what's that going to do? People want to know that they're thought of. People want to be followed up on, but it doesn't mean that they're ready to purchase right then. So keep in touch. If they don't want anything to do with you, guess what? They're going to unsubscribe. But if you do it right, and not with the intention of just sell, but with the intention of nurture, become their friend, you're going to get people in the door, you're going to get butts in the seat, and you're going to make money off those clients. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to smash the like button. I appreciate you hanging out with me. We will talk to you again soon.